Welcome, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Straight Up Real Talk channel. I am your host, Lamar. Once again, this will be our second segment of the series and I think this is vitally important. This is called also The Burden of a Good Woman. I always believe in balance. I believe in both perspectives. And I would even dare say it would even be more challenging to be more of a good woman, because what's celebrated in women is to be ratchet and crazy and wild. The Bible talks about the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31 woman. She works with her hands. She considers her servants first. She's the first to get up. She speaks with wisdom. Her husband safely trusts in her. See, that's talking to these virtuous single women being a virtuous woman. You got to be able to have something in your life that serves fruit. You got to have somebody in your life that brings some kind of service and brings something of character out that balances humility. Because if you ain't accountable to nobody, you can say you good all you want. Only person you got to deal with is yourself. So all this singlehood and I could do it on my own. You ain't no virtuous woman if there ain't nobody in your life bringing you service, and somebody that you can always use to get glory from. No, that's not virtuous. See, virtuous is a character of God. You don't just do what you have to do. You do it in spite of. Being virtuous is doing something without reward or not to say I gotta do this. Virtuous is not obligation. It's a choice. It's a choice to love, to be virtuous. It's a character, and it's not circumstantial submission. I'll submit when he. Submission is not when he. Submission is because I submit to God in spite of him. In spite of how they are, this is the type of woman I am. Very hard. We celebrate twerking. We celebrate the Netflix and chill. We celebrate the single baby mama. We celebrate the loud screaming, cussing, acting like a fool, fighting in the club, pulling hair, out in the street, acting a fool, getting in front of men, fighting. We celebrate this. And we need our women. This is not a video to tear women down, because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in putting women down. I'm against what puts women down. I'm not about putting women down, but I'm against what puts women down. When you behave in a manner that puts you down, that's what I'm against. When you are fighting the order of God, that's what I'm against. I'm not against women. God made women. God created women to be beautiful and loving and creative, and they bring a lot of wisdom and insight. Men bring foresight. Women bring insight. And together, it's beautiful. It's not one is better than the other. It's just they're complete each other. They complement each other. That's why most women are more good at detail. And men are more good at infrastructure and structure and order. We're good at order, bringing order and structure. Women are good at detail, fine tuning and polishing. Women are phenomenal and wonderful at that, no matter how it is with food, whether it's the house, whether it's little details of clothing, anything, the yard, just things that they see that God has anointed them to see. And we got to teach our women to tap into that gift and not try to fight men and hate men, because that's what the devil wants. The devil wants you, women, I want to tell y'all something before I get into this. The devil wants you to hate men. because you came from the man, and the man came from God, and the ultimate goal is you to turn on God and use a man as a fallen image to turn. If he's not a man of God, not a man of religion, not a man of church, a man of God. There's a difference between being a man of church, a man of religion, and a man of God. So let's talk about it, ladies. Let's talk about how we as of a community have overlooked our good women. The young daughters who take care of their siblings. And because mama's not doing her job, the older daughter is taking on her siblings and taking on the character of a mother, because her nurturing if I don't look after my brother and my sisters, something's going to happen. I got to protect them. I got to be there for them. Losing her childhood, losing her innocence, being exposed to parenthood early robs her of her innocence and grace. When girls are walking in their innocence, they have a grace. These girls are ignored. They grow up in silence. They do things that they just know to do. They become a lifestyle because they start caring about everybody. They start going out, helping everybody, helping older people, helping folks in the family. People need help. They're the ones out of all the family members. When they get older, they're the ones that take care of mom and dad when the other siblings live their own lives. That one sibling, that older sibling, can live countries away, and those other siblings live right in the same neighborhood, and they won't go see after their parents. It'll be the one that took care of the siblings that'll do it. They are ignored, and everybody in the family expects them to show up. You need to be here. I need you here. You know, so-and-so and so-and-so ain't gonna do it. I need you here. Then the other siblings get jealous and hate that one because they would have been the only one that's carried all of the responsibility. We overlook them. The young girls, the moms that raise their kids without talking bad about the father. After he cheated and stepped out, you don't hear her talk. She go to therapy, she does, because she wants to be the best mother she can for her children. You don't hear her say nothing negative about the father. She'll tell you it just didn't work out, things happen with us, but you never hear bitterness come out of her spirit. And you can tell the children aren't angry. The children are upset is because it's the direct contact of the father himself. It's nothing she said to influence the children. See, we throw all these single mothers with children in the same category. Not all women are on this category. There's some good women that are single mothers that have tried to honor the men, but the men didn't know how to be honored. They didn't know how to take a woman to honor them, because some of these Negroes don't know how to let a woman honor him correctly. He only think about having sex and treating women as bust down. So when he finally get a good woman, he don't know how to deal with her. He don't know how to correct and love and cover her correctly. His conscience can't even understand her. The woman that holds all the family together. Everybody, this one acting a fool, this ain't been speaking for years. She'll go and call them. Y'all come and sit down and talk. She's always trying to find peace in everything. This woman volunteers at church as well. She's on every auxiliary, trying to help everybody, and nobody looks out for her. Nobody stops and asks her, are you okay? You need some help with these kids? What can I do, sis? Are you all right on money? What can I do to help you? No, they take advantage of her. Girl, I need you. Can you do it, girl? Can you stay cover my shift? Taking advantage. And recording. No, it's all right. Taking advantage of taking advantage of her. She show up on the job early, stay late, come in on her days off, coming on her time off. She done built up all this time because she never takes time off. She got more vacation time for years at a time, never take it off. And people don't want her to have her own life. She has a relationship or something. People just feel like she should never have anything to do with taking care of her own health and her own self, doing something for herself. And they make her feel guilty for it. These women that take on serious responsibilities. Everybody at her house eating, and kids, stray kids off on the street, she take them in her home and try to mentor and love on them. Trying to just love and house everything, but she can't. These women are forgotten. These virtuous women take so much disrespect and hits that is so, and these men, just like the women, these brothers don't talk about these women. They don't talk about how good these women are to them. She all right. She do. I've seen it. Keep her home looking ugly. Don't want her to be fixed up. Nothing. Don't want her to do nothing for herself to look beautiful. Because he's looking at all these Instagram models. But she's good enough to serve me. She's good enough to stay home with me and cook and take care of me. I'm gonna keep her there because she's a good woman, but she ain't my fantasy. These women are overlooked. She ain't got a sharp mouth. The Bible says a quiet and meek spirit is of a high price. She don't say too much. She'll sit back, and if she speaks with wisdom. She'll sit back and observe and watch people. A lot of these good women that I know of, these women stay home. They're not in the club. They're not out there. They're not out there around all the time. They usually at home or with other healthy women. They don't hang around a bunch of foolery. A good woman is somewhere being a good woman. She loves the Lord for real. She ain't just a church lover or religious lover. She loves God, for she's a woman of God. She's a woman of virtue and standard. She's honest about herself. She knows who she is. She's not trying to make everybody the bad person. And she knows how. Let me tell y'all something. This is the cap, right? She understands and knows how to deal with men. She don't have an issue with men. A lot of women that are not, say they're good women and they think they're good women, no, you're not. And then her burden is she has to overcome, she can't do too much of anything without being stereotyped as all the other girls. You probably like this or that, like you don't know me. She gets all of the stuff that she can't be a single mother with children because she just like, oh, you a baby mama. You a hoe. Don't know nothing about her. You just want somebody's money. No, I'm a woman. And because she's had things happen to her life, we associate those things that happen to her as trauma. Oh yeah, you got baggage. Oh yeah, that girl don't have baggage. She just has things that she just has life. Things have happened in her life like anybody else. It's how you manage it. How you mentally manage. This is the caveat of a good woman. Her mental management skills are on par. You don't know she had trauma or not, and you will look at her situation and be looking for signs of trauma, and she don't manifest any. That means she has some emotional management skills that have been. She's went to therapy. She's done the work. And she's honest about her and self-aware. Say, yeah, I'm still got some things I'm working through. That's what makes her a good woman. She takes accountability. Now that's just as good as finding a good man is a woman that takes accountability. You know right there. That's, if you can find that, you got it. My wife is one of them. My wife told me everything. She laid everything out on the table. Like, honey, yeah, this happened. I made this decision. I said, nah, I know you're a good woman. You taking accountability? You're not trying to vilify every man in your life. Oh, okay. We don't celebrate the women enough. Because see, just like the men I spoke of, she's being a good woman is what she's supposed to do. You need to be cooking and cleaning. She ain't your maid. She's not a waitress. When she does anything, everything my wife does for me is a gift, not her job or her duty. Who wants to feel like that when they come home, somebody doing something for you that they already know is already premeditated unappreciation? You got premeditated unappreciation. You already know when you do it, that's just what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be cooking and cleaning, keeping the house. How was your house cooked? Who was cooking and cleaning before she got there? But when you respect and honor a woman and you love her and appreciate her, that inspires her to want to do. He appreciates me. That's love. Look how he eating up on my food. Oh, that does something for her. When you show gratitude and thanksgiving, the Bible says, God said, enter into his courts with praise and thanksgiving. I don't like doing stuff for people who aren't grateful. And I'm no greater than myself. And I believe we both, men and women, are like God. We don't like serving people who don't appreciate. We just don't. Let's assume let you starve. We treat a woman that is a good woman. She's not good to me because I'm good to her. She's good to me because that's who she is. That's her character. If I was not around and never met her, she'd be being a good woman without any interaction with me. That's a good woman. It ain't got nothing to do with whether I'm there or not. Whether it does, I can pull more of that out of her toward me. But she's a good woman because of who she is without me there, without them there. That's what makes her a good woman. When a woman, another characteristic of a good woman is when she outgrows her mother or her influence at home. When she goes beyond barriers that she grew up with, if she saw stuff at home that wasn't healthy, and she grows beyond that point. When she starts moving past the point in the burden of her being shamed for not being like the family, being ostracized. What you making a plate for him for? You better than me, because I sure wouldn't do it. And that's why you single, Mom. That's why you can't keep a man, Mom. That's why you ain't doing it, Mom. A good woman, too, is very selective of the type of female she goes around. A lot of good women don't hang around a lot of messy women. This is all the females that I've known that were good, decent women. They do not hang around messy women. They do not. That's a certified, that is one of the most highlighted qualities I've seen across the board. A lot of the good women I know are with my brothers that are married to my brothers. You see a lot of security. When I look at how a man is with his wife, that shows me that he feels safe. He feels loved. And I have so much respect for marriages and men and women that love each other and respect each other. It's so important. A good woman sacrifices. She's looking for what is the best outcome. For the situation, what is the best outcome right now? What is necessary for me to do this right now to get the best outcome? What's going to be, if it means me saying no, if it means me being quiet, I'm going to be quiet just to get the best outcome. I don't have to always prove myself to everything. I don't have to always be the last, get the last word in. She's quiet. She's patient. She has a meek spirit. She's a peaceful woman. She's not loud and crazy. But she gets shamed for being like this. She gets shamed for not being loud. She gets shamed for not taking a plate of food for taking a plate of food to her husband. You see that, how she wall up under him? See, when the Bible says when a man findeth a wife, not findeth a woman that wants to get married. I found my wife. I found a wife when I met my wife. She became my wife when I married her. The kids, when I met them, were well-mannered. Although they needed more balance because they didn't have a strong father there, her nurturing and love made them respect, made them honor her as mom. And even though they needed a little correction and fine-tuning, the foundation, she laid a really respectful foundation for them. And that was just my son that was there, came by the car. You lay a good foundation for your children. That's what made me love her. They weren't acting mad at the dad. They weren't angry, and they were very respectful kids. And although they still needed some mentoring and some growth and some discipline, she laid a really good foundation for a mom for them. And I married her because I saw that. I saw a wife. Not what her becoming, or maybe we'll see what happened. I saw those qualities in her. And now that we're married, it's just more heightened. A good woman is always looking to do better and to grow. She's always looking for good and positive. She's always reaching for something life-giving. She's not on there watching Wives of Atlanta and all this debaucherous behavior. She's looking for something that brings life, that brings peace, that brings clarity to our marriage. She's always looking for something to grow us and to pull us closer to the Lord. She has wonderful suggestions that bring life. And that's a foster of a good woman. And her burden is like the man. She has to carry things. She has to overshadow so much of the negative examples of the bad women. That weighs a ton of load on her. She has to override so much of the ratcheteering that's going on in the hyena clan running through the boneyard, and represent herself as a healthy lioness. That is so hard. That is a burden. A good woman is consistently good, whether she's trying to be or not. A good woman is always, let me tell you something, it is hard being a good woman in this time. Because just like the men, good women are not celebrated. They're not championed enough. Because, a lot of women think they're good women just because they're women. But let me make this profoundly clear. A good woman comes with a price. The Bible says that Jesus said to pick up in your cross and follow me and deny yourself. That's the first quality of a good woman. The burden to deny your own nature. Ain't no clamping back. Ain't no say the last word. A lot of these women say they are good women, but they can't keep their mouth shut. They don't know how to shut it off. They can't control their emotion. A good woman, her burden is to keep her emotions together, even when she feels she's right. She will shut herself. She has emotional discipline. And this self-control is not always physical, but it's also verbal. I would even dare say it might be more verbal, because you got to start to, for somebody to start throwing hands, there has to be a conversation. Self-control is verbal control, verbal control. The burden of being a good woman costs so high because so many people take advantage of you being a good woman, and they expect you to be nice when they're rude. They expect you to be nice and respectful when they're disrespectful. They expect you to be giving when they're takers. They expect you to always override your own health and mindset and your own stability to benefit them. They don't think you should have boundaries when you are a good woman. You're supposed to just be there for me. No, you and your girlfriend, no, y'all can't come over to my house with all that. I don't want you, I can't hang with y'all. A good woman's supposed to have sex like all the rest of these women. And woman's like, no, I'm not sleeping with any man that you ain't my husband. I'm not sleeping with you. And see, men know this about a woman. And it don't mean the woman is perfect. It don't mean she hasn't fallen before, fell into temptation. It means that she has learned to be disciplined and self-aware enough to say, I can't go there. I know myself way too well to not put myself in that position anymore. A good woman also is not a feminist. And because I say, well, the reason I'm describing these things and naming them off is because these are the burdens that she actually has to fight against. A good woman has to fight against feminism. And a good woman has to accept the fact that she's not going to be celebrated for being a good woman. That's why it's up to us men. When we get a good woman and we get a godly woman, we celebrate them like crazy. Because the world don't celebrate them. Family members don't celebrate them. Only when they can benefit off of them. It's no different than the men. It ain't worse for the men than the women. The women get it too. It may be worse in some areas. She's encouraged to not forgive her ex-husbands or ex-baby fathers. She's encouraged to twerk and leave. She's encouraged to sleep around. She's encouraged to do everything ugly and take advantage. She's encouraged to do all the stuff we seeing online. And when she chooses to say, no, I'm gonna do righteous. I'm gonna live a righteous way. She's ostracized. We need your sisters. I want to say a shout out to my wife, to my mom, to my daughter. I want to say a shout out to the sisters, Sister Angela, Amber, my grandmother. Oh, bless her heart. I want to say a shout out to all the re-engaged couples, the wives. Thank God for all of y'all. Y'all are a blessing. Every last one of you are phenomenal women. And all you ladies out there that are in church ministry, that serve in the military, some of you ladies that are on the police force, ladies that are on firemen, you ladies that serve in our judicial system and courts, you ladies that are teachers and educators, you ladies that are in ministry, facilitating in auxiliaries in ministry, some of you guys that work with children or troubled teens, we thank God for all of you and what you contribute to our society. I don't want to ignore you. You are more than just serving a hot plate or cooking and cleaning. You ladies are a medicine cabinet for life. You ladies bring wisdom and clarity and insight, and you help us become better men, better sons, better uncles, better brothers. We love you. And we thank God for every last one of you. And please, just remember that we see you. I acknowledge you as God's precious flowers in creation. And I always want you to say, some of us men didn't know. Some of us men have fumbled good women. We didn't know how to know because we weren't no good. How you going to recognize good when you know good? And we just want to take time. I wanted to take time to acknowledge you ladies. And not all women can say they're like you. I'm not saying this to tear them women, but it's quality. It's not how fine you are. It's how fine who you are on the inside, your spirit, your nature. Thank God for you. God bless you. We'll be doing more videos again.